Greetings. My name is Charles Austin Muir, a certified personal trainer living in Portland, Oregon. If you're watching this, you probably know at least my wife, Cara Muir, Cara Picante. She has cancer, and she has finally started feeling well enough to start exercising again. She's walking, and now she's ready to move on to some strength training and just some exercise to help her increase her physical fitness so she can get back to pole dancing. However, things are pretty fluid right now, as they have been ever since her diagnosis. So we don't really have a plan other than to try and hit maybe 1 or 2 days a week, an upper body day and a lower body day. The emphasis is on introducing her to movement patterns that she's already familiar with, but under very moderate loads, which can certainly alter how she moves. I would also like to start having her do some really moderate conditioning, mostly walking, but again under load. And if you don't already know these things, my wife has stage 4 cancer. She just turned 50. She has a little bit of resistance training, but she probably hasn't really lifted weights consistently for at least 25 years. She's not really inclined to be an habitual weight trainer. Her interests are in dance, competitive air guitar, that sort of thing. And we just want to find ways to strengthen her for that, that work around her limitations and challenges since she's been going through cancer treatment. This includes a colostomy, 2 surgeries, radiation, and now also her 3rd round of chemo. So before I go into that though, I do want to point out what stage 4 means. So what stage 4 really means is it's simply for medical experts and how they determine where cancer is spread, what it's in contact with, how much of it there appears to be, and that determines their course of treatment. If it has spread, it makes treatment a lot more complicated, and depending on how much it's spread, it can rule out surgical intervention. 2, something else I'd like to go into is we are open-minded, but we are also taking the science aspect of cancer treatment very seriously. And this vlog is not an invitation to be pointed out to someone's I Beat Cancer miraculous workout program. This is just a record that I would like to keep, mostly for me, just so I can look and see, instead of just notes on my computer, I can really see what she did and listen to my comments at the time on what we were working on. That to me is more interesting and more fun. And if things get more systematized, then I will start writing other notes. If nothing else, this is just a record of the exercise aspect of everything we are going through. Okay, so Cara's warming up here with the hip circle. She actually did walk with it, but having fun with it there. And now she's working on sandbag carry. So we're working on how she sets up and how she gets off the ground, laps it, and then kind of goes into triple extension to stand up with it. And now just helping her to keep her tightness while she's walking. The sandbag is not that heavy. It's only about 17 pounds, but I didn't want to exceed what she's normally used to picking up in just daily activities. Again, we're working on the technique here. Rowing it in, she kind of drops a little bit early. That's fine. This is odd object training. It's not a heavy weight. And then she's going to drag the sled here. So it's just a little bit of conditioning. She's not going to go very far. We just want to see what she can handle, how she recovers. She did work out Sunday, so this will be the first time she's worked out twice in 3 days since maybe her 20s. And now she's going to switch to a row here, work her the upper back. She's got a nice wide stance there. I'd like to see her leaning forward a little bit more, but that would come more naturally if she had more weight on the little makeshift sled there. But she's getting in a pretty good squat position. She's not used to getting her knees out like that and having her feet out that wide. And then next she's going to go in, she's going to do some pull-throughs with a different sandbag. That one will weigh about 26 pounds. And again, what we're working on here, I just wanted her to work on that hip hinge position. I'm pushing her hips back, keeping a nice flat back. Just getting set up each time. She doesn't go very far here. And she's going to drag it back. And then we're going to go into an overhead press. Basically, I just want to do some sort of press. And I want to do standing. It'll require more core stabilization using her entire body. Yeah, there you go. She needs to lock it out. You can see she's not used to not having a sense of where her head should be yet. Learning how to keep her elbows under her wrists. There's a little bit of oscillation going on the way I set the bands up. I just want to, again, that's just a little bit of extra stabilizing for her since we're not going to use that much weight. That looked like pretty good form there. We only did a couple reps other than me kind of going over the technique because there's a lot to cover there. And that was a lot of new learning for her in addition to more concentrated work. So anyway, that's the breakdown of our short session that we had the other day for upper body.